What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how I took this Ecom brand, Athletics Green, and completely gave them a brand makeover just using ChatGPT. We're talking a new landing page, new product images, ads, emails, and even a new brand logo, all just using AI. Now, this is something that a lot of brands would pay thousands for. It would take days and potentially even weeks to do this, but with ChatGPT, I can literally do this within an hour to maybe 2 hours max. So if you stick with me, I'm going to show you everything that I've done in order to achieve this before and after for this brand, show you all the prompts so that you can go ahead and either revamp your entire brand or you can even build an entire brand from scratch. So without further ado, let's get into the video. And just quickly, before we get into the video, if you are an e-commerce business owner and you want my team to go ahead and give you a free audit of your email marketing account, just click the first link in the description. We'll look into your account, look for any missing opportunities for lost revenue, and make sure we can get you guaranteed growth with your e-commerce brand. Cool, so let's get straight into this. As you can see here, I've got my Figma board. We've got the landing page, product images, email, and also the ads alongside that logo. Everything's here that I've pulled in from this entire e-commerce brand. The first thing I started with was that logo. Now, at the top, all I've done for my first prompt is to say to ChatGPT, you are going to help me do a brand makeover and redesign for brand name, right? So I've just put the link in so that ChatGPT can go ahead and look at that website. I then said, let's go for an exciting modern brand full of life and excitement. Study the link I sent and get an understanding of the brand's USPs, features, and benefits. ChatGPT then took 23 seconds and gave me USPs, core product features, key customer benefits, and that was literally it. It was done, right? Once I fed it this data and fed the pixel, it basically was time for me to go ahead and input the first asset. I went ahead, started with the logo and said, here's what they have now. Generate a new logo for this brand makeover. So just wanted to see what it did straight off the bat. As you can see, it created this really bright, fruity looking logo. I was like, this is not going to work. I even said, look, this is fruity as hell. Keep it slick, modern, and creative, and make sure the branding still uses the same colors and hex codes provided from that current logo reference. It then done this. I've said, kind of better, but get creative and make a 2D logo that's new, exciting, and refreshing. Not too much dissimilar. It added a little circle on the outside. Still wasn't happy, so I just keep going back and forward and refining each time, giving it new prompts. I said, let's try do some unique symbol that combines AG1 into a cool combo of letter play and minimalism. So I wanted to get like the A, the G, and the 1 sort of intertwined, have something creative, unique that they can have as a symbol and a new logo. It came up with this. I'm not really too happy with it. Didn't really want to go with that. We keep going through, and basically I came to the final conclusion that I wanted it to have some form of gradient like this, like some bright, vibrant gradient, just to make it a bit more modern and refreshed and less bland. I'm happy with that. Basically, I pulled in one of the ad creatives. So this is the ads over here. And I just said, great, now here is one of our static Facebook ads. How can we bring more life to this, make it more explosive and keep it realistic? It's then obviously gone ahead, gave me its 2 cents and gave me an ideation as to what we can do to spruce it up. Let's keep going down. I've said, cool, now update the copy and design so it is more tailored and optimized for conversions. Then combining all of that, create a prompt I can give to ChatGPT so I can generate the updated graphic for the ad with the new brand makeover. It's then gone ahead, done pretty much all of that. And I believe at the bottom here is the prompt that it gave me. So ChatGPT's actually gone ahead, gave me a prompt. I then clicked copy here and I just repasted this into ChatGPT, generate an image for the new ad creative. And then it popped out this. That was literally it. That's how I basically went ahead and done the static ads. You can see I've literally done the same thing for the next ad. I just said, let's update this too using the same principles. Literally gave me the prompt. I've copied the prompt back into ChatGPT and boom, there is the new ad creative. Just give me a brand new email idea, create the copy and come up with a new angle. Here is the link to the product page for you to study. And I even called it bro, right? Pasted that link in for that product and you'll see this is the product page, right? This is the exact product. Not really too much for it to study, but it then went ahead and created a subject line, free header tech, and even gave me the entire email as well. So all the copy is literally here. And this is like killer. It's even got like success stories, call to actions, everything is there. I was like, let's go, sick idea, bruv. Make the graphic for this section. I then copied that top section where it says, hey, first name, let's talk morning. That is literally it. I copied this section and basically said, make the graphic for this. This is what it came up with. Again, it was cropped to the bottom. Weren't too happy with that. So I went ahead, made it generate a new image. This is what it came up with. I then copied this image from ChatGPT and put it into here. That's basically what I've done throughout this entire email. I've took each section and said, create a graphic for this section. As you can see, I've copied and pasted that in. It's then gave me that section. And like, I've literally just copy and pasted that. As you can see here, it was a bit cropped to the bottom. So I got it to do it again. I think I've done it 3 more times until it came up with this. Like this was just too much copy. No one's reading this. It's like an article. It's meant to be an email, right? So it gave me this graphic. I was like, cool, I'm going to copy and paste that, put it into the email, and just kept doing that for each section. You can see like that aligns with that and so forth. That is literally all I'm doing for all of these graphics. If it's an email like this, you need to do it brick by brick because you can't generate these lengthy emails with ChatGPT. I think it's just a ratio of like 4 to 5 for the actual like dimensions, as you can see here. I've then moved on. How I've done the email, that's how I've done the ads and logo. It was now time to do the product images. So these product images here, I've literally copied this image, and the first thing I said was like, cool, you already have studied the product images from that link I sent with the product page. I want you to spruce up the creative and make it more engaging and compelling to get users to buy. Here is the graphic. So that was the graphic that I gave it. It's then literally just pumped this out. This is sick. The only thing is, again, I say this with a pinch of salt, it's not perfect. There is actually a bit of packaging moving, but if you're a graphic designer, or you can get someone on your team to quite quickly just go ahead, you could potentially even take all of this out and then just copy and paste like this back into the image, and then it'll be completely fine. Okay, so I've not took the time to go ahead and make this all perfect. This is just for demonstration purposes, but that was literally all I've done for the product images. Again, I tried again because it was still cropped, not perfect. Then I've gone ahead, done another image, and literally just said like, let's spruce this graphic up, and it generated this graphic here. So not too different, as you can see, but it's just a little bit more vibrant. Same with this one. Like, this is what ChatGPT generated. This was the before image. It's just a little bit more vibrant and kind of like easier to read. Like, this text down here is quite small. It's made it a little bit bigger, or just repurposed it so it's actually more optimized so you can skim over it. But you get the point, right? That's all you're doing. I was like, now spruce this one up. I'm not sure why it gave me the prompt, pasted that back in, and then of course that's why it gave me that image there. But you can see how I'm doing this, right? I'm just literally taking inspo from what they've currently got and just revamping it and telling ChatGPT what I'm looking for. I want this more vibrant. I want this more optimized for conversions. Literally feed ChatGPT this data so it knows exactly what to do. Now, for the landing page, what I did do was I took this section here where it's got all the pricing and the reviews, and I said, great, now here is the current landing page, top fold on mobile. So top fold is literally that top section. What I've said is make this more vibrant, engaging, and optimized for conversions. It's then thought for 5 seconds, and below is gave me a prompt. I've then copied this prompt, pasted this back into ChatGPT, and this is what it gave me. Absolutely insane in the space of like 20 seconds. And then what I said is like, great, now the rest of the landing page isn't done. I need you to imagine you are an expert marketer who understands human psychology, sales, keywords that make people buy, and dive deep into pain points. I want you to follow the ADA principle and write the copy and framework for the rest of the landing page. Go. It's then gone ahead and thought for 4 seconds. After those 4 seconds are up, it started spitting out the entire landing page copy. And you can go through this. This is absolutely insane. Like, interest at the top, again, pain points, desire, action part. So that's the final part. And that's obviously a driven structure to help people actually go ahead and buy. That's just how you should be constructing your landing pages. I have then gone ahead and said, now create a graphic for this section. And I've just copy and pasted that first section at the very top of here. And then copy and pasted this very first section, put it into ChatGPT, and it's made me an image already. And that's literally all I'm doing. If I'm not happy with it, I'll get it to do it again. But you can see, like, I've just copy and pasted that straight into here. Then I went on to the next section. I said, now do a graphic for this section. I've copy and pasted that entire section here, and it's just started building it. And I just go through ChatGPT brick by brick, and you just revise it as you go along. You literally say what you think about it. Are you happy with it? If you're not happy with it, what are the reasons why you're not happy with it? If it's skewed, if it's cropped, can you make this not cropped? You literally just speak to it just like you would any other person who you're trying to consult on a job. So that's literally all I'm doing. In under just 2 hours, we had a brand new logo, new ad creatives, a brand new email design, some product images, and a completely rebuilt landing page. And if you compare that to traditional methods with working with designers, copywriters, back and forward with multiple revisions, this is going to save you a lot of time and headache. ChatGPT has served as my creative co-pilot and given me a rock solid starting position for a complete brand makeover. Now, of course, I'm not saying this is perfect. You still need to go ahead and use your initiative when it comes to copy and even design, just to make sure everything is the way you want it. But most of the heavy lifting is done in minutes. So whether you're a brand owner, freelancer, or you run a marketing agency, try this approach. You'll save time, reduce costs, and accelerate your creative process without sacrificing quality. That being said, thanks for watching. If you found any of this content helpful, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and check out all of my other content on my YouTube channel. Until then, see you next time.